up, YouTube? Israel back in another quick video. Today, I just want to talk about a couple of new fragrances that I picked up. I don't have very many from this house because they usually don't have very good longevity, and they have a ton. A lot of them are like cucumber, and they have a lot of fruits and vegetables and stuff in them, I've never really been drawn to many of them. It's from the house of Jo Malone. If you guys are familiar with this house, they do a lot of eau de colognes. You know, they come in these big giant bottles, and they're pretty expensive too. If you go to Neiman's or if you go to Nordstrom's, they'll have their whole line there, and you guys can check them out there. But I never was a big fan of theirs. They're really light. They don't last very long. A couple of them smell pretty good. On the whole, I'm not a big fan of Jo Malone colognes. But they just released a new line this year called the Bloomsbury Collection. I don't really know too much about the story behind what the Bloomsbury Collection is supposed to be about. But I went by Nordstrom the other day, and I checked out a few, and actually liked a couple of them, which was a first because, like I said, I don't normally like Jo Malone colognes. So they have a set of 5 of them. These were released in 2017. So the first one in the line is Blue Hyacinth. Let's see. The second one is Garden Lilies, Letter Artemisia, Tobacco and Mandarin, and Whiskey and Cedarwood. Now, if you just go off the names, you could probably guess that I liked Tobacco and Mandarin the most, and Whiskey and Cedarwood the second most. Close third was Leather and Artemisia. I'll have to revisit that one, but I actually picked up the Tobacco and Mandarin, and I picked up the Whiskey and Cedarwood. So I'll go ahead and show you the presentation. They came in a big fancy bag, and they came wrapped in this here, but I'll just show you the box. These only come in 30 mil, which is kind of a bummer, but I mean, it's kind of cool. They're a limited edition apparently, which I don't, I never know like how long something is limited when they say they are, because money is money. They're gonna keep making these until they just keep selling. So as long as they keep selling, so yeah, it's a 30 mil, 1 ounce bottle. I believe it's eau de cologne because it says on the back there. If you can see that, it says cologne. This is the Tobacco Mandarin. But these are really cool bottles. Here's the cap. Very, very like kind of an artsy, and apparently I heard these are hand painted. So the notes in Mandarin tobacco are, as in the name, there's Mandarin tobacco, beeswax, and sage. I believe is what's in this one. And this one's really good. Yeah, I would suggest trying this one first. It's really sweet. It's fresh. It's elegant. And for a Jo Malone cologne, this actually lasts a really long time, about 5 to 6 hours, which is a really long time for Jo Malone, if you guys don't know that or not. This is more like an EDT, if not a little bit stronger than an EDT, but I would say it's close to an EDT, like a designer strength fragrance. And for Jo Malone, that's saying something. This one starts off very fresh and very citrus. You get a little bit of that sharp tobacco note and some sweetness. From the beeswax, a little bit thick and a little bit sweet, like a honey, I guess, from the beeswax. This one slightly reminiscent of DG Pour Homme. I'm guessing because it has the tobacco and the citrus notes in it, but it completely stands on its own. But it just slightly reminded me of that one. So yeah, this was probably my favorite out of the 2. But this one's really, really fresh, guys. It's warm enough and spicy enough to maybe wear in the fall or in the winter. But it's also fresh enough to definitely wear in the summer. And it probably might even work better in the summer because if it is an eau de cologne, like I said, I get 6 hours out of this, 5 to 6. Decent performance out of this one, maybe a couple of hours of projection. But if it was hotter outside, I'm sure this would pop even more. So the next one that I liked in this line was Whiskey and Cedarwood. Let's see here. It's considered an Oriental woody. The notes in this one are whiskey, rose, cedarwood, and pimento to kind of give it a little bit of spice. So right off the top, you get a lot of whiskey with this one, and the woody notes from the cedar. You get a little bit of sweetness. I do get some citrus in there, but there's no citrus in the notes, so I'm not really sure where that comes from. But all in all, you just get woods, like a sweet woods, and some whiskey notes in there. It's really nice. I'd say this is the second best in the line, and I think you guys should at least give these a chance. Go give them a sniff at Nordstrom's or Neiman's. These are kind of expensive though. It's only 30 mil, and they're $75 after tax. So if you have some extra money and you like them, yeah, sure, pull the trigger on them. I mean, they're really cool. They're hand painted glass. You can take them anywhere. You can take them on a plane because they're only 30 mil. But if you're not really wanting to If you're not really wanting to spend a lot of cash, you might want to hold off on getting these. But they're really good. I think these are good offerings from the house of Jo Malone. Like I said before, I'm not really a big fan of that house because their stuff just doesn't last. And these actually did pretty good. And I'm gonna get I believe it's the leather Artemisia. I might give that one another try and see how it works with me. And I might pick up that as well. But as for now, I am just going to be holding on to these two just because I just really like these two. I want to see how they work with my skin after a while and see how they work in the summer heat here. I am doing splits of these. I'm selling a few 5 mils of these just to kind of share what I got. So you guys can hit me up on that in the comments if you'd like to try one, and I'll get back to you when I can. So anyway, this wasn't really so much a review. It was more just kind of a discussion. I just wanted to introduce these fragrances to you. I just heard about them not that long ago. They're released in 2017. And so, yeah, if you guys have smelled them, let me know what you think about them. Let me know if you have any favorites in this line. The Bloomsbury collection, I believe. They're a limited edition, but you guys let me know what you think about them. And until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.